What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thought we'd go for a little ride, talk more in depth about the car. I hope that was a big help, showing the sticker that I actually picked up yesterday from the dealership. Finally had it for me. They're still waiting on some other paperwork, having trouble with the VIN number because it's so new on one of the maintenance programs, but I'm sure they'll get it this week. So took it for a ride for a couple hours yesterday, knocked out some miles. I'm gonna do the same today, get some more miles in, try not to do too many highway miles. Everything that I've researched, they want a lot of stop and go. The traffic is actually ideal. A lot of changing up the revolutions, you know, trying to maintain it under 4,000 RPMs is really good. And go to my dealer, 1,200 miles is ideal. Every car manufacturer is different, 500, 1,000, 1,200, what have you. I'm just gonna play it safe and think 1,200 is a good benchmark. Some people say drive it like you stole it. I don't think that's too good with for the cylinder walls. Absolutely get on it. Just, you know, kind of keep it under 4,000 RPMs. Anyways, so back into some depth and detail of the car. Hopefully I left the screen on the sticker long enough you could see the actual stats of the car. But the biggest couple things that I took out of it was his 301 horsepower, 336 foot-pounds of torque, 2.0 twin turbo liter engine. And I'm pretty sure this is the same exact engine that they put in the M2. And this is faster than the M2, from my understanding. Again, this is all hearsay. The number one thing that I want to go over first off is the fender flares. So they're carbon fiber infused plastic. And the carbon fiber is recycled material from the M3 and the M8 BMW. I had those protected with Q Car Care, and I think it was a wise choice. A YouTuber talked about he got some gasoline when he pulled out the nozzle. He must have pulled it out too fast. I get it, it happens. Some drips on the fender flare, and it stained his fender flare. And he said he tried a bunch of things and couldn't get the stain out, and was inquiring if anybody had the same problem. I'm bringing it up, so if you haven't seen that video, please guys be careful with that. I'm gonna keep a towel, microfiber towel. It doesn't really matter what you have, even your hand if you need to. Just pull out that gas nozzle slowly. Maybe hit it a couple times so it doesn't drip, and just pull it out because you don't want the gasoline dripping on those. Also, another thing about them is they are a magnet for catching little road rocks. It's kind of a downer, but you know what? I think if you do your due diligence and get some PPF, protect them. It's something I can personally live with. I used my leaf blower and I kind of blew them right out, so no big deal to me. It's the price for having this style of a fender flare. I still think they're spot on. Look fantastic. So that's it on the fender flares. The hand-cooked tires are awesome, and I'm wondering if somebody can help me tell me what I have. Do I have the track tires or do I have the road tires? I remember with the GP2 they gave me an option at the dealership. It had the track tires on it. Now that I think about it, they look like track tires. I think I have the road tires. Anyhow, they gave me the option, which I'd prefer in the car. If I didn't have both, you'd have to buy the other set. So would be greatly appreciate if somebody could message me and let me know on that. The rims are beautiful. I also have those protected with Q-Car Care. So it's basically ceramic coating, so the brake dust isn't really going to adhere to it. It's just a simple spray off, and I highly recommend doing some sort of protection with the paint. This is brainless now to wash the vehicle. It's soap and water. That's it. Dry it off, leaf blower, a microfiber towel, and that's your maintenance. No more waxes. I don't have to deal with that anymore. So it's kind of mind-blowing. Love the sound of the exhaust. I personally love the sound of it. I don't think it needs any modifications or alterations. I know a lot of people like to do mods, and I'm all for those for mods. But mods that can be easily taken away and brought back to the original collector numbered car. I picked up the sports antenna from Mini yesterday. I think it just looks much sharper than the one that comes standard with it. But I saved that antenna. That will stay with me. 2 seconds, pop it back on. Simple mods that you can take away, like vinyl wrap, the belt line, things of that nature. Tuning. That is one mod that I don't think you need to undo. I think if you tune it, that's fantastic. And that's something I might look into. I know in the GP2, or actually for all the JCWs for that matter, a few years ago, I'm sure you many enthusiasts know, they have that dining kit that will increase the car 50 horsepower. That's awesome, and not void your warranty because it's through Mini. Hopefully they do that in a few years for this generation 3 of JCWs and GPs coming out. Not that it needs more power, but it's fun. What else can I talk about with this car? I absolutely love the navigation. I love that I have Alexa on here, voice commands. It's synced to my phone. I can tell her to call someone. I can say Waze app. It brings up my Waze app automatically on the phone. I don't have. This is truly hands-free, and I'm not used to that because this is my new car since the last new car since 8 years ago. So technology's come a long way. The music in the car, speakers, I think it's fine. I think it's good. It's not, phenomenal. But, I'm half deaf anyways. I don't need to blow my eardrums out anymore. It's crisp. It's not going to allow you to blow the speakers. It's loud enough for my taste. Also, I like that it brings up the weather, gives you a 4-day forecast, news, what's going on, anything's of interest. The navigation, where's your closest gas station, points of interest, you can bring in the map. And you can use the touch down below by the e-brake, or you can use your hand. And I like how you can, that's split screen. You can just kind of zoom out. That's a nice feature, I think. Also, this LED, I love it. Didn't have that in the GP2. Now, I turned this blue. There were like 3 options, and it was the first night I had it. And I'm not sure where in the menu that I found the option to change this. And if anyone knows, please tell me. because the life of me, I can't get back there and change it. And I can't find it in the book. So I might have to do some internet depths to find out, unless somebody can just tell me. It would be fantastic. The other option was it does the rev counter, so it's constantly changing as your revolutions are changing. I'd like to change it back to see which one I like better. This, I love the blue, and it changes, you know, via temperature or your navigation, you know, any changes that you make, it'll change with you changing features, and then it goes back to blue, which I love. So let me know on that one. After, you know, putting, what do I have, 274 miles, the seats are so comfortable, and they really lock you in to the cockpit. It's great. Handling, it's just super responsive, spot on control. It's a beast, and it sounds like a beast. Can't wait to get it on the track. So the screen, the electronic screen that they took from the electric Mini, I love it. I really do love it. Actually, the sun's starting to glare. I don't know if you can pick that up right now on the camera. Well, it's gone, but any glare on the screen doesn't affect it whatsoever. It doesn't get cut out. You're gonna change the brightness in your settings, but it's great. It's got a matte finish to it. Really, really enjoy it. Other features. There isn't, and I haven't read this yet, but up here on the left-hand side, there's an SOS button. You click it, put it down, and there's a button. Is it SOS like international, I'm in trouble? Hit that button and Mini Connector comes on? I don't know. I'm not gonna try it. It might be like a Mini's version of 911. It has to be something of that nature. Could be wrong. I gotta find out on that. Any other features that I would like to discuss? The wing is awesome. Love the wing. A lot easier to clean, you know, underneath the windshield. Easier to clean the wing than your standard JCW wing or GP2. I can't attest to the GP1. Oh, one big feature that I picked up on, and apparently this is with all new cars. Well, this is not that I've driven a ton of new cars. I've driven this one and a rental car that Q Car gave me. It was brand new. It was a Volkswagen. Now the GP has it, and that Volkswagen had it. When you come to a set of lights and you put your foot on the brake and you stop, the engine shuts off. Blew my mind away. I thought something was wrong with the car. GP mode, by the way, takes it out of that. It will not do that. So for the time being, I'm constantly in GP mode because I don't like it. I don't know why they're doing it. EPA regulations. Not quite sure how you're saving the environment on that. I guess if you're at a long light, the emissions going up in the air. It's definitely not conserving fuel because it's going to require more fuel to start the car back up. And without a doubt, it absolutely has to be hurting your car. Battery, because all your lights are on, air conditioning, whatever you have running is now running on your battery. And it can't be good for the starter either. So major thumbs down on that. And it may be industry-wide now. Not a fan, don't like it. I'm voicing my complaints loudly right now on that one. But again, GP mode, you don't have to worry about that. Difference between the GP3 and the GP2 is in the GP2, you had regular mode, you could put it into sports mode or GP mode. This is sports mode all the time, or you press down below here, the traction control, like on the GP2, takes that into GP mode and will show up on the matted electronic display, GP activated, GP mode activated. So, a little subtle difference there. And just getting used to everything. The radio, I like that I don't have to go over here anymore and hit the dial. It's right on the steering wheel. I love now that I have cruise control. And you weren't going to get that with standard. I don't know of a manual transmission car that has standard. If there is one, please let me know, because I've never heard of one. I've never seen one. So that kind of helps me sell me over the edge of not having a standard. And believe me, I am a standard manual, standard purist. But I get it. I get why they gave it the automatic. One, and this is factual, is this engine is so new, they never mated this engine to a manual gearbox. The manual gearbox that currently Mini has in my GP2 cannot handle this engine. And for them to have engineered a manual for this GP, well, you could probably, I don't know, triple the price tag of this car, which I couldn't have afforded. So I get it. And also now, if you're seeing it, whether you like it or not, the latest and greatest supercars, sports cars, they're not coming in manual. Why? Well, an electronic, which is an 8-speed Steptronic transmission. Like it or not, it's faster. It is a faster transmission. You can't put your clutch and shift fast enough. You just can't. So there's that. And I can almost live, or I guess I am living with it right now, like it or not. I like the way this is. If you slap it over to the left and put it in manual, you can use the downshifter. And it waits for you. You'll redline and blow up your engine. It's not going to go, all right, you're an idiot, I'm going to change it for you. No, it's waiting on your command. And the paddle shifters, they're nice too. Pick your poison. You have options. You can use the paddle shifters or down below. Myself being so used to standard, I find myself, using the shifter down below, and it feels like a standard, minus the using my foot for a clutch. It gives you that kickback. It really does. You can feel it, just like a standard. So that's my 2 cents on that. And what else? What else do we have? The backup camera, as you saw, when I pulled out of my driveway. Sorry, UK, again for that. That kind of blows my mind away that the United States, there was no options. I guess in the UK there was a small LCD screen, or you could get the large 10.1 screen display that I have right here, an AC. Make all the cars exactly the same worldwide. I don't know why they did that. And I feel bad for my mates across the pond that they don't have the rear backup display. We all paid the same amount of money. Pounds, US dollars, we all paid the same. So make them all the same. It's a numbered car. There should be no options. Nothing. Not color, nothing. All the same across the board. We all have the same thing. And then after that, do what you like. Mods, or just keep it original. Good day for a cycle. But cyclists just went by. That looks fun. But this is funner right now. And the wife is calling, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Bye.